closed guard. So being in the closed guard,
Perfect.
you know, what we need to be concerned about, how we can open the guard, etc. So some of you guys were here last week, right? And really the priority when I'm in someone's closed guard is posture. You guys really got to worry about our posture before anything else. So we're just gonna review briefly about what we did last week. So when I think about my posture, we're gonna start on the ground, going all the way up to our head, okay? So first things first, I'm gonna think about pinching my knees. And now I'm not holding my breath, squeezing, using a bunch of tension, I'm just pinching. And if you guys notice, look what happens to his hips just by this little pinch, just like that. Now, the next important part is when I'm just sitting in a regular, even though I pinch my knees and I'm sitting in my, what I feel like is a good posture, it's not, and here's why. Watch how easy it is for Gerald to just break me down when I'm just sitting here. Super easy, right? So one little difference that we're gonna do, because I kind of have I have a curve in my back, right? We're gonna actually change that curve, so make it from like an S to a J. So to do that, I'm gonna tuck my tailbone, just like this. So I tuck my tailbone, so now I have that nice J shape in my back.
So without, do the thing.
Okay, so we're here, look, I pinch my knees, and then I'm gonna tuck my tailbone. So if you guys notice, oh, you can't really tell with my gi on, of course, but my back turns, it goes from here to a J. So again, I'm starting with, I'm gonna pinch my knees, and I'm gonna tuck my tailbone to make that shape in my spine. So now, the hands, you guys. So actually, real quick, watch Gerald try to break me down now, and just by just tucking my tailbone. Quite difficult, right? So if you guys notice too, when I do have to come off my heels, I'm still keeping that J shape. I'm still keeping my tailbone tucked and my knees pinched. Okay, so now the arms. I'm gonna have a front arm, and then I'm gonna call this arm on the other side, we'll switch positions here, the safety arm, and there'll be several reasons why, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. So, pinch my knees, tuck my tailbone. Now this hand, you guys, one thing is that my hands, I don't want my hands to support my posture. I want my hips really to be able to do it. So my hands, I should never be putting weight on my hands. As soon as I'm putting weight on my hands, he's gonna be able to break you down super easy. So I pinch my knees, I tuck my tailbone, and this hand is just a floater. So when he's trying to sit up, this can help stop him from being able to sit up. Now, the safety hand, the safety arm, there's this nice little, like, hard part, I guess, right underneath your elbow. I want that on the inside of his knee. So what I'll do is I'll just place that hard part right on the inside of his knee with my palm up, and then I'll turn my palm down and cup his thigh. And we'll talk about more the reason why we actually want it in this exact position in a little while. But just remember, I'm not grabbing material. I'm just resting it on his thigh. And once I get it rested, my shoulder, I don't want it in my ear, I want it down. I want pressure. I'm constantly trying to have pressure on my partner's guard. I want him to be uncomfortable. I want his ankles to feel tension. I want him to have a lot of pressure, and that's what's happening. Each step, it's causing more and more pressure. So now when he tries to sit up, it's super easy for me just to have this hand here to stop him. And now, my arm is not away from my body like this. I'm making sure my shoulder's like tucked back and in, so now if he even tries to pull my arm, it's gonna be really difficult, okay? So let's get with our partners, you guys, and let's just, don't go 100% of course, but just try to break your partner down a little bit using your legs, you know, using your hands, and just try to break them down and see how strong this posture is. We'll just do that briefly and then we'll get to opening the guard, all right? Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. You can explain this part, please? All right, you guys, so I did say we were gonna talk about the importance of the safety arm, and here's a couple of ways it's gonna save you for now.
All right, check it out. So, again, you know, I got my forward arm and safety arm. Now, what this is for is a couple things. I can't say the main thing. One of the biggest things this is for is this is my antenna. I can tell whenever she opens up, whenever this moves, right? That's because I'm hooking on her body. I'm not grabbing clothes, right? Now, I'm engaging my elbow, right? Now, what this is for, the reason I call this a safety arm, is because this arm stops a lot of easy attacks that are there. Like, so I'm controlling my posture. I have my posture good. I'll be controlling my angle. But watch this, guys. I'm going to give her my posture, give her my arm, lay down on her chest, cross my arm across her body. And all I'm going to do is keep this elbow in place where it is, the hard part above my elbow, about that, 3 inches on the inside of her knee. I'm monitoring, right? I'll turn a little bit so you can see. Now look, this is bad posture, guys. I'm in a lot of trouble here. This is bad, right? When Natalie goes to armbar me,
That's the armbar right there.
She can't because this keeps her hips to the ground. She can't elevate, right? And what's even funnier is if they try to triangle you, right? If they try to triangle you, they're not gonna bring this leg, this arm out. They're gonna try to go over the short arm. That make sense, right? So we know that that's gonna happen. All I need to do if I feel a triangle coming is my arm's in place, right? When the triangle comes, my elbow goes to my ear, follows that leg. Because what'll happen is she'll fall off, right? So we're here. I got my position, and I'll break my posture down. Go. Right? So I didn't do anything spectacular, guys. And it wasn't a race, right? If I'm monitoring her thigh with my hand, I'll know exactly when that opens up and when her leg starts moving, right? So I'm not just using this to pinch or push her knee down. This is also my antenna, right? So I can't be surprised, right? Now, what she said about the shoulders too, make sure your shoulders are in line as a unit, right? Because if I start doing this, it's easier for me to get broken down. That makes sense? When I'm here, even when I'm here, right now, I know my weight's not on her, right? There's no weight on my hand, and I'm keeping the position. And I know for a fact that this leg isn't gonna hurt me. That make sense?
You try that?
Yeah, try that, guys. Let's get it. 1, 2, 3.
All right, you guys, bring it in. Just there, sorry.
Actually, it'd be better this way because you're going this way.
Yeah. But they want to see my arm here too, right? Yeah. Yeah.
We'll do it 2 ways, yeah, 2
Yeah,
ways.
sure. Okay, guys, so everyone felt how cool that was, right? So now, once again, starting from the ground up, look, pinching my knees, tucking my tailbone, safety arm. Don't forget, the hard part is on the inside of his knee. And we're not grabbing material right here. And look, my shoulder just stops going up to my ear, and I push it down a little bit. Engaging. Now, the other hand is just out, and I'm making sure the shoulder is back, right? I'm not reaching for my partner.
Keeping your shoulders in line.
They are in line. Okay, so now you guys, let's open the guard. You know, your partners a lot of times, they're feeling it. They can't sit up. They can't they maybe can't grab something. They're struggling to break you down. They want their guard to open, right? So this is how we're gonna open it. All I'm gonna do, you guys, we have this pressure right here. I'm gonna continue with that pressure, and it's gonna open. And as soon as it does, we have to do a couple things. Because what I'm doing is I'm creating space, right? All this space right here. But I don't want that space. I want to close that space off as soon as I can. So, as soon as I go to open, I'm going to come down, you guys. And now, this arm right here, move your arm a little bit because it's in the way. So, this arm, you guys, I want to make sure my elbow is behind, like in this little knee pit right here. And remember, we're not grabbing material, just like that. Now, this arm, you guys, is super important. I want to make sure my elbow is connected. My elbow is connected to his hip, you guys. And then the rest of my arm is just kind of laying along his body. I'm not grabbing anything, but I want to block his hip, and here's why. Well, one of the main reasons why.
You should explain the opening of the push.
Okay. So you guys, so when I'm opening up, remember, I'm using my body, like I'm pushing it open because I'm not just using my arm. I got that little bit of a lean because I want my body to help me so I can be stronger. So now, as soon as I go to open this, you guys, and like I said, we're making space, right? And I want to make sure I close that space off because if I just open it, he's going to bring you, everyone knows that knee shield's coming in, right? So, as soon as I open it, I'm coming down, and look, I'm making sure this elbow is behind his knee. Now, from here, you guys, I don't want to keep my body back. Because look, if I keep my head low, he's so easily going to be able to push it. And another thing, the reason why this arm right here, let's turn. The reason why I need this elbow behind is because if I keep it right here, he's going to pull it, and then I'm right back in closed guard, and I don't want to do that again. I really don't want to go through all those steps again, right? So we want to be here. I'm going to be cupping his thigh. My elbow's behind because if he tries to pull it now, there's no way, right? And now he can't push my head, and he can't shrimp out in order to bring this knee shield in. So if he tries to shrimp, I can follow. So now, you guys, the pass is super, super, super duper easy. All we're going to do is this hand, you guys, really at the same time, and this outside knee, I'm going to put my hand to the mat, and my knee's gonna come through, my shin's gonna go over his thigh. So, we were right here. I'm in a really good position, making sure my head's high enough so we can't push it, blocking the hip, making sure the elbow is behind. And so now, as soon as I put my hand on the mat, that shin's gonna come over. So you guys, we're just gonna do a really super easy knee slice. From here, the other knee that's still inside is gonna slide over his thigh, and we're gonna come right into the side control. So you guys, remember?
Do it this way, right?
Yep.
So you can see everything from that direction.
Yep. So I pinch my knees, tucking my tailbone. I got my good position, we'll just call it that. So now, as soon as I go to open, I come down, making sure my elbow's behind, my head's up high, I'm blocking that hip. So now from here, as soon as this hand goes to the mat, I wanna bring that same knee over his thigh. So now, from here, and I'm staying low, you guys, and I'm keeping still pressure on here, and I'm gonna bring my inside knee on his thigh. And if you guys notice, with the knee slice, you guys, I'm never like straightforward like this, right? I'm sitting on my hip when I slide. So when I slide, I'm really sliding towards my foot. And then we come into side control.
Yeah, one thing, guys, if you notice how she's opening my my guard, opening my legs. What she's not doing is taking the point of her elbow, digging it into my knee or my thigh, right? What she's doing is she has the strong part against the inside of my knee and is pushing down. She uses a frame to push it down. She's putting a frame on my knee, not a point, and she's using that frame to push it down, right? And the moment you feel it open, that's when you drop down, guys. That make sense?
Yeah. Okay, you guys want to try it? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.